adoration and thanksgiving are due to Allah. In utmost humility and submission to Him, the only truth, subhanahu wa ta'ala, who says in the glorious Quran, whatever that is therein in the heavens and the earth, all belong to Allah. They are His possessions, and they are His servants, and He is the exclusive owner of all of them. Therefore, if you decide to make open your own actions, or you decide to hide them, all these are equal before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for nothing is hidden to Him. Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala says, if you decide to make open your own actions, or you have them, Allah knows the hidden, knows the open and the hidden and the deeper hidden, which nobody knows, talking to yourself by yourself without uttering a word. Allah knows it subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore Allah forgives whom He pleases because of His regret, because of His faith, because of retrieving from that bad attitude, and punishes those with recalcitrant attitudes of high-handedness, haughtiness, and disobedience to Allah. Allah is able over everything. I thank Him, praise Him, adore Him, and bow to Him in utmost humility, for He is the one most deserving of thanksgiving over all the grace and bounties He has showered upon His servants beyond counting and enumeration. I testify and bear witness that nothing whatsoever deserves true worship except Allah alone, without any associate, who says the truth and guides to the right path. Allah says, "O you who believe, be conscious of Allah, fear Him, be dutiful to Him, and be conscious of Him, and let every soul see what provision it has made for tomorrow. And fear Allah and be conscious of Him, for Allah is acquainted with all that you do. And be not like those who forget Allah." Forgetting Allah is to recalcitrantly refuse to walk with what He has ordered you to, well knowing from your own self that it is not right. Therefore, but you decide to disobey and be recalcitrant and disobedient. This tantamounts to forgetting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whoever forgets Allah, Allah will make him forget himself. How do one forget himself? He will forget that he's supposed to be dutiful and do the right thing, and he will continue to perpetrate evil. Allah says, such people are but the losers, both in this life and in the hereafter. May Allah save us from being among this group. I also bear witness and testify that our master, our guide, our exemplar, our model, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is Allah's servant and messenger, sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as mercy to the whole world, and a path through which you can see an example to follow and a proof to all mankind, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah continue to shower upon him His peace and benediction, His distinguished household, His distinguished companions, and all those who in righteousness emulate them. May Allah make us be among them. Brothers and sisters in Islam, the theme of our sermon today centers on the importance of self-monitoring and evaluation. Self monitoring and evaluation. Brothers in Islam, fear Allah and be conscious of Him, Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and be in constant self-monitoring and evaluation through putting your best in terms of acts of worship, seeking to get closer to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and making better the relationship between you and Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and being kind to the creatures of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, being kind to the immediate family. Let your wife, when asked that whether you are a good man, you are a kind man, which one will she testify? Which one? Evil or good? But forget about the other squabbles and troubles in the home. You understand? But truly, truly, a righteous woman, what will she justify in terms of your attitudinal behavior? What will she say? Be kind to the kinsfolk, close relatives. Be kind to the neighborhood. Be kind to all. Be kind to all. By doing your best. For Allah, the Most High says, indeed, those who utmostly put efforts in worshipping us in truth, commitment, and sincerity will surely guide them to our pleasure. And Allah is with those who are good doers, who are kind. May Allah make us be among them. Brothers and sisters in Islam, according to the interpretation of the Prophet of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the word al-ihsan, goodness or kindness, goodness, by the interpretation of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is to worship Allah as though you see Him, for He sees you if you don't see Him, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Worship Allah as if you are seeing Him, for He sees you if you don't see Him. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So this spiritual level will push you to the attainment of sincerity, commitment, and good intention when you worship Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. This is one procedure or process of self-monitoring and evaluation. Two, the second stage of self-monitoring and evaluation is to try your best to fear Allah. Try your best to be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wherever you find yourself. Wherever you find yourself, in any circumstance, in any situation, try to have the consciousness of Allah, the fear of Allah, being dutiful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One. Two, try as much as you can to do good acts of worship, a lot, especially in situations when Allah tests you or you fall within the confine of your own nature, being human, and you commit wrongs. So do as much righteous deeds as you can, for Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, if He says your good intention, will use the good acts in manifold which you perform to clean the iniquities which you have performed. If you do this, therefore, the need for us to always be in constant salah before each and every obligatory salah. Like the Zuhr, you have 4 rakats. After the Zuhr, you have another 4 rakats. Or, as the case may be, 2 before, 2 after. But you have the spiritual vitality and energy, 4 before, 4 after, 2 before Asr, and then 2 after Maghrib, 2 after Isha, and you do as much as you can. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give us the spiritual energy and vitality to be able to do this. And that 3, that you try to maintain good attitudinal behavior as you relate with others. Try to be affable, friendly, be gentle, be approachable, be accessible. And when you utter a speech, let it be subtle, let it be meaningful, let it be kind. Don't be haughty, don't be high-handed. Talk simple, walk simple, eat simple, relate simple. Rasulullah said, people with such qualities will be the closest to Allah Ta'ala. The next level of self-monitoring and evaluation is try to have the deeper inner feeling that Allah sees you, Ta'ala, in whatever you do. In your mundane and hereafter activities, in your worldly affairs, in your akhirah affairs, always have the deeper feeling that Allah sees you, that Allah watches you, that Allah assesses you, that Allah Ta'ala evaluates you, that Allah monitors you, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this will give you the opportunity to have a spiritual rebirth of fear of Allah, consciousness of Allah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, don't look at fear, don't look at the dictionary meaning of fear, or look at the psychoanalytic interpretation of fear. You know, just don't think to fear Allah is the way you fear a lion. When you fear a lion, what you do? What do you do? You run away. You see a hyena. When you see a kidnapper, what do? You run a kidnapper. May Allah save us. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm a robber. And this you wrong. But fear of Allah, look at the contrast. Fear of Allah, if you fear Allah, you run to Him. Interpretation of fear is that when you fear, you run away. But when you fear Allah, you turn to Him, subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ. Come to Allah. When you fear Him, you will be running to Him. You are always eager to go to the masjid. You are running to Allah. You are always eager to do dhikr. Always eager to make better relations. Always eager. Then that is the fear of Allah. You run to Him. If you run away, so don't think to fear Allah is the way you fear a lion and you say, oh, please save me, save me. No. Because it's for you to run to Allah Ta'ala through good acts of worship. Allah says it is He who sees your movements when you stand in dua, in prayers, in salah. Whether you do them correct or incorrect. Some people will not want to do the correct bending. They will not want to do. But if they hear one talk that if you bend very well, you will have a lifespan of time. You will go and do it. Because he wants to live forever. Nobody lives forever. And when he bows in ruku, and when he prostrates in sujood, whether he does it right or wrong, so Allah sees, and therefore even Allah is watching you the way you pray. You can decide to do it the way you want. Of course, you can do the crash prayer and Allah will crash you. 1-2 minutes, finish. You know, it's just, Salah is a crash program. But you can go to program and continue to make noise the way Nigerians do, isn't it? Because we are perfect experts of talking. And we don't walk the talk, isn't it? So, it's important that we do that which is right. The next stage of self-monitoring and evaluation is for you not to delve into things that don't concern you. The way people are today, somebody would say, I swear in the name of Allah, this man is a thief. He has not stolen, you have not seen him stealing. And he has not been found guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. He has not listened. This one, is a womanizer. Did he chase your wife? Or has he taken your... This will just make empty statements. You better be sure of what you do before you utter. مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ. No word a Muslim utters without those angels that we call Raqib and Atid. So it's important. Things that don't go, okay, this man I've been seeing, he just moved to our environment these days. Okay, yesterday I saw him in one car, and today in one car. What is your problem? But you see the way he appears. Is he a politician? You see this? What does he do? I don't know what. Go and ask him now. What? Go and ask him. If you are so concerned because you are basket mouth, you are not concerned with your problem. You want to see. So go and ask him. You, what do you do in life? What will you ask? He will say, none of your business. Did I ask you what you do? I didn't ask you. So everybody is a judge in Nigeria because, yes, it's because you have nothing doing. If you have nothing doing, you indulge in so many of these things. May Allah save us. Brothers and sisters in Islam, finally, for this sermon, the other stage is the real self-monitoring and evaluation of the self, self-critiquing, self-appraisal. What have I done right? What have I done wrong? Find yourself. Now, you say, people are not doing this, people are not doing that. Okay, have you ever asked yourself when you go back home? These things I've accused people doing. Am I not doing even worse than that? Because we accuse people of things that we do worse. So it's very important that we try to take in, criticize. Self-critiquing is very important. Self-assessment is very important to see areas of conformity. Then we thank Allah. Areas that we derailed, then we seek for Allah's forgiveness, subhanahu wa ta'ala. For Rasulullah says, the intelligent Muslim is the one who assesses himself and works for what will be after death. The weak and feeble-minded Muslim is the one who follows his whims and caprices, and yet he wishes that you'll have a good return from Allah. How would you? Therefore, we better do that which is right. May Allah continue to guide us. May He continue to be with us. We ask Him subhanahu wa ta'ala to relieve us of these trying moments of pains, poverty, insecurity. May Allah grant back full security to our own country. May Allah continue to be with us. May Allah give us the moral wherewithal to be strong enough to face ourselves by ourselves and tell ourselves the home truth. And may Allah help us to grant us the taqwa whenever or wherever we find ourselves. May Allah answer our prayers. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi